Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm part of review series videos I've been doing for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about, hopefully, delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, it's another sub sandwich review. I have done, this will be like the fifth sub sandwich review that I've done in the past, like, 4 or 5 days. It's a lot of sub sandwiches, folks. This wasn't intentional. I wasn't like, this week I'm gonna eat nothing but sub sandwiches. It wasn't the case. It's just I went to one sub sandwich place that I've been meaning to go to for a while. And then after that, I had another opportunity for a sub sandwich situation. I was like, all right, I'll do that. And then today I'm coming home from work. More sub sandwiches. But anyway, it's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items, in this case of the sub sandwich variety. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing grody work clothes. When those two things coincide, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. It's definitely the case today because I was on my way home, stopped off at a gas station, want to grab a few things. Sub sandwich. So, what am I reviewing for you? What are we doing here, folks? Boom! It's a sub sandwich from Palmaro's. Palmaro's Gourmet Food. It's an Italian sub sandwich. It says Italian. It was written there in pen. Cost me $5.99. So, if you follow my channel, you know that I've been going on a number of sub sandwich adventures for several months now. I, in fact, have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs, which is just my sub sandwich videos. And it's important to note that Sunday is sub day, because that is when I go over there and I upload my sub sandwich reviews every Sunday. So if you like the sub sandwich reviews, just wait for Sunday. They're coming back around. Sure. So it doesn't have a list of ingredients, but we'll see if we can't dissect it a little bit. Interesting thing is, so I got this at a gas station. I am not familiar with Palmaro's or anything like that. I don't know if they're an actual location or how this whole thing works. Thing is, usually when I go to this particular location, they have subs from Ozzy's Subs, which I've reviewed not only the gas station versions, but I actually went out to the actual Ozzy's and I went over there and I tried their subs. But for whatever reason, they seem to have switched and now they have the Palmaro's. Yeah. So, I mean, it's on a roll. We definitely got some salami, maybe some ham. We got some not so great looking lettuce. That's the problem when you do like pre-made sandwiches and stuff. It's like, ugh, especially the vegetables and stuff aren't going to hold very well. There's a white cheese, maybe provolone. Could be a Swiss. And we've got some tomatoes on the bottom, 2 specifically. And it looks like there might even be a little bit of oil. So, let's give it a shot, folks. I don't have the highest of hopes, but, you know, I eat Subway sometimes, so there you go. Mayo. Definitely mayo. I do think they used a little oil. Not a lot, which is a shame because I think if they had, it would have definitely increased the profile. Because if you're gonna do an Italian sub, you want oil. You need that oil. It's fantastic. And you want enough of it that it's gonna bleed into the roll itself. You know, it's gonna bleed into the bread. It just makes it all the better. This hasn't happened. So whatever they used, it was definitely a light drizzling of it. But it is there, and you can taste it, so it is adding something to the overall experience. So I'll give them that. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely a pre-made sub. Uh, for one thing, you're not getting the freshness. Like, yeah, there's some tomatoes, yeah, there's some lettuce. The lettuce is a non-factor. At best, it's a texture thing, and it's not a pleasant texture because it's lettuce that's just been, left out, and now it's droopy and not great. So that just is what it is. The tomato is there, but again, most likely because it's kind of been, sitting there for a little bit. I don't know exactly when these were made, but it's not really giving you what you want out of the tomato. You're not getting like that nice, fresh, kind of acidic taste to it. Even the meats feel very stunted. And it's a shame because, like, especially, you want that hit of the salami. You want that. It's not there. The salami is hardly noticeable. I won't say that it's not doing anything. I do think it's giving it a little bit of an extra salty bite, but it is negligible compared to mostly what I'm tasting. The mayo and the oil are creating this sort of tangy, kind of creamy taste that is very prominent throughout the entire experience. And I'm not kidding when I say it's probably about 75% of the flavor. The meats, you're not able to taste any of the individual meats to any extent. And it's sort of just an overall kind of bland meat taste. But there's no like separation of flavors. And like, imagine this with Italian subs, because Italian subs are always my go-to sub when I'm trying out a new sub place. Because if you can't get that right, it doesn't bode well for anything else. Now, in this case, obviously I'm going into this with lower expectations, but even then, this is extremely weak. And the thing is that when you have an Italian sub and it's done properly, it's wonderful. Flavors all mixed together, it becomes one cohesive flavor. This is kind of one flavor too, but it's mostly just that mayo and oil taste, which is not doing anything to help accent anything. It's just kind of covering up for the fact that the rest of the sandwich is extremely below par. So, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and no. For as much as, because I'm an equal opportunity sub sandwich guy, okay? I go to the chain places, I go to the deli places. I'm even willing to do gas stations and convenience stores. Out of all of the gas station convenience store subs that I've had, this is the weakest. The ones that I got from the same location, the same gas station, that were prepared by Ozzy's, which again, those were still pre-made subs, while those weren't fantastic and they weren't a great representation of what Ozzy's had to offer, as I would find out later on when I went to their actual location, it still did a pretty good job of being a reasonable facsimile of what it was trying to be. This is like a 2-year-old, this is like a 2-year-old's drawing of a sub sandwich. That's how it tastes. It's like, yeah, I guess it's kind of got the ingredients of a sub sandwich, and, maybe on like the right day, in the right circumstances, if I was about to die and had nothing else to eat and really wanted an Italian sub sandwich and this was my only option, sure, I guess. That's basically what this is. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and no. No and no. It is not very good. It's not, I'll say this, it's not horrendous. It doesn't taste old or anything. I don't feel like it went off or anything. It's just, I don't know if it's just the quality of the ingredients or the fact that it's just been sitting out for a little while or how it was prepared. Whatever it was, it's just not very good. And I think even if I really wanted a sub sandwich on the go, I think I would just wait until I had a better opportunity than to get this again. And as for recommending it to somebody else, just don't. Just don't. Like, even go to a 7-Eleven, get one of their subs. I'm not saying those are great, but they do have, some, like, especially when they occasionally have a specialty sub. I reviewed a couple of those in the past, like the Diablo chicken sub or the banh mi sub. They at least try a little something. Those are better than this. So, anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of your week. Monumental rest of the month. Stupendous rest of your day. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly better than this sub sandwich-tastic rest of your life, because this is a weak-ass sub sandwich. Is it the weakest, though? If not, it's close. I did have a roast beef sub from a place one time that really just ruined my day. Like, I was genuinely talking about it for like 3 days afterwards, how upset I was. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But all you do if you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Trust me. Even in situations like this where we're over here eating disappointing sub sandwiches, we got to reel it back in. Even if we're frustrated, stressed out, etc., we don't want to be assholes to people. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out an Italian sub from... and I'll say this. I will go over there and look up to find out if they have an actual, like, sit-down location or something like that. Because I'd like to give them a fair crack, But maybe you're going to try one, right? And maybe you're going to be like, this isn't very good. Then you're going to be like, Brandon, why didn't you warn me? And I'll be like, well, wait a second. Now I had an entire review where I warned you. And you go over there and respond, well, I haven't seen that review yet. And I'll be like, that's right. I haven't uploaded it yet. I'm sorry. Wait for another Sunday. I only do the sub stuff on Sundays. Sunday is sub day and all. You're like, it's okay, I understand. I've been dealing with some things on my end, and I probably... And it's cool, folks, it's cool. We go back and forth, we're going to get through it. Or conversely, don't eat one of these subs from fucking the Palmaros or whatever the fuck it is, because not that good. Bye!